Give it up.
Before I got the chance to sit down and play Sleeping Dogs, the game wasn't even a blip on my radar. The ambitious open-world title from United Front Games seemed like yet another attempt to take advantage of a well-worn formula. Yet, after a couple of hours of hands-on time with the game and plenty of chatter with Sleeping Dogs' producer, I quickly came to appreciate what United Front Games has cooking. In short, Sleeping Dogs appears to be an attempt at doing something different in a genre populated by the likes of Grand Theft Auto. One thing that stands out in Sleeping Dogs is its combat. Emphasis is placed on both hand-to-hand combat and gunplay, though it was the melee combat that stood out most to me. Chaining combos together is easy. Sleeping Dogs comes off as a bit of a button masher in this respect, but there's depth in how you react to your enemies. When an enemy glows, he's about to attack, and you can time a counter to make sure he doesn't succeed. Likewise, weapons like knives are introduced into some fights, adding a new dynamic to fighting, as does the ability to grapple with foes and use whatever's in your environment to your advantage. Smashing an enemy's head with a car door is satisfying, as is throwing them in a dumpster, smashing them through an aquarium, or doing any number of other heinous acts to finish them off. There's also a lot to do in Sleeping Dogs' iteration of Hong Kong. There's a main quest to take care of course, but there are also plenty of ancillary tasks that bring considerable depth to the game. For instance, in one side quest, you head to a merchant shop to find out that her wares aren't selling well. To help her turn things around, you ride around the city taking pictures with your cell phone that she hopes to silkscreen on the shirts, in order to turn a profit. In another series of quests, you can hack security cameras at well-known gang hideouts and catch them in the act, alerting the police as to who to arrest and when. Sleeping Dogs also brings considerable RPG elements that are lacking in many other like-minded games. Wei, the undercover cop who you'll be playing as, consistently earns experience points in 3 categories that give him access to different upgrades, skills, and more. Therefore, how you play the game is actually important. Should you cause a lot of destruction in a car chase, for instance, police-related experience points might be lower. However, civilian casualties during that car chase might actually increase your triad-related experience count. Slanting towards being a good guy or bad guy can change everything about how your character plays, how he reacts in certain situations, and ultimately what kind of character you have access to. United Front Games has also done a nice job of melding together the team's various expertise into something cohesive. For instance, some of United Front Games' team members have worked on the Need for Speed series, and the studio also worked on the PlayStation 3 exclusive game Mod Nation Racers. With the pedigree of the studio established in racing titles, vehicles handle extremely well in the tight, labyrinthine streets of Hong Kong. Voice acting and the overall look of the game are also strong, and add a level of authenticity that a title like Sleeping Dogs desperately needs to appeal to gamers. There are only a few months between now and when Sleeping Dogs is released in August. Between now and then, stay tuned to IGN.com for more on Sleeping Dogs, including updated impressions, previews, videos, and ultimately, our final verdict in our review.